Workers at the Gravel, Concrete and Emulsion Production Corporation in Queen's Park, St. George, through their bargaining agent, the Technical Allied and Workers Union, are demanding answers. According to President General of TAU, Andrew Lewis, on February 20th, an emergency meeting was called to discuss outstanding matters, such as the status of contracted workers in keeping with the collective agreement and having a workers' representative on the board of directors. Lewis said workers mandated that in a letter to the board, it must be made known that these matters should be addressed immediately. Should they not be addressed, the workers and union will not be obligated to inform the board or the company of any further action that are likely. He explained what brought them to this point.
That year letter dated 20th February 20th, 2024, regarding the caption subject, the Gravel, Concrete and Emulsion Production Corporation wishes to advise of the following. 1. Union representative to the Board of Directors of the GCEPC. Please note that the corporation is awaiting the directives of the Line Ministry on this matter, which will be communicated once in receipt of same. The Line Ministry is the Ministry of Works. And who is in charge of the Ministry of the Prime Minister? So according to the chairman of the board, they are awaiting the Prime Minister directives on this matter. However, this matter was addressed by the ministry since in 2022, where Mr. Trevor Xavier, the workers' representative on the board, had signed on accepting to be appointed to the board. So the ministry had already addressed that. If the Prime Minister has a change of heart, he must say this.
Lewis said 2 years ago, Mr. Xavier signed a letter of acceptance as the workers' representative on the board. Therefore, he questions the motive behind the hold-up.
It was dated December 8, 2022 from the Ministry of Infrastructure, Development, Public Utilities, Energy, Transportation and Implementation. The Ministry of Infrastructure and Physical Development, Public Utilities, Civil Aviation and Transportation hereby informs that the Grenada Technical Allied Workers Union has nominated you as a workers' representative on the Board of Directors of the Gravel, Concrete and Emulsion Production Corporation. The Ministry of Infrastructure and Physical Development, Public Utilities, Civil Aviation and Transportation has accepted that nomination and therefore welcomes you to the Board of Directors of the Gravel, Concrete and Emulsion Production. The Ministry will be grateful if you will indicate your willingness to serve on the board by signing the attached copy of this letter and return same soonest. And that was done. This here is the signed letter by Mr. Trevor Xavier. This here is the signed letter by Mr. Trevor Xavier.
Lewis added that the matter was already brought to the attention of the Minister for Public Utilities, who is also the Prime Minister.
Forming him. The board is not, he needs to be in, he just can't come out and camp out by the boardroom hoping to see a meeting. The board has an obligation, the secretary to the board has an obligation to inform Mr. Xavier of meetings. They have not been doing this. We have contacted the chairman directly and personally. I've spoken to the chairman personally, that's Mr. Sylvester Quallis, and he had given his commitment that this will be resolved and sent to Mr. Xavier. But now he's saying that the ministry is holding back the matter. So which implies that he's willing, one can infer this, because he had indicated to us that he will get the secretary to do the necessary protocol by sending notice of the meeting, sending the minutes, etc. But he's now saying officially that he's awaiting directives of the ministry, and the ministry is headed by the Prime Minister. So it leaves us to wonder whether or not the Prime Minister wants to reverse this decision by not having